Our next guest is a giant in the superhero comic and animation world. There's not enough time to describe the many contributions of our next guest. As a writer, he created characters like the Punisher, Miss Marvel, Killer Croc, Jason Todd. This man succeeded Stan the Man Lee with writing duties with Amazing Spider-Man, not to mention his work on television, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Spider-Man, and Batman. Ladies and gentlemen of the Stash Land, we bring to you the one and only Gerry Conway. How you doing?
Hi. You flatter me.
Stan Lee, Gerry, is synonymous with Marvel Comics. Stan created the most popular Marvel character, Spider-Man. And, after a long run, you succeeded him. Take us back to that experience writing Spider-Man. Spider-Man was still relatively new. If it wasn't like, it didn't have like this long legacy like it has right now. Was there a lot of pressure writing Spider-Man after the creator, Stan Lee?
Well, yes. There was pressure, and I think the only way I got through it was working with John Romita, who was my mentor on the book, and but I was also semi-protected by the arrogance of being a teenager. You know that state of mind. I can do anything.
Yes.
And I didn't doubt that I could do it. I was very self-confident, and I also on some level felt that I was born to write Spider-Man. He was about my age when I took the character over. He was in that indeterminate late teen, young adult phase. So I could relate to him on a very personal level. In fact, I always talk about Peter Parker, rather than Spider-Man, because Peter Parker was my alter ego. Come back at DC. So I went back to DC, just wrote what and stayed there for 10 years.
Well, Gerry, one of the things that you did do at your time at Marvel was create the Punisher. As the creator, aren't you the foremost authority figure on the Punisher?
I would
How do you
think so.
feel?
Well, I would think that my opinion would at least have some weight, because, but I also know that after I left writing Spider-Man, and did an issue of the or two issues of the black and white Punisher, and then I left and I stopped writing the character. I was done with it. So I really liked some of the stories that followed the character, the development, the interesting takes. Each generation of the character is a response to the society that he's in, and to the writers and artists' perspectives.
I've heard you get a lot of flack for it, but do you still feel the same about the appropriation of the Punisher logo?
Oh yeah, I especially. I mean, I'm not sure. I have mixed feelings about the military taking it on, but I'm extremely hostile to police using it as a symbol on their cars. I have a lot of hostility towards the self-righteous jerks who put it on their backpacks and their AR-15s. I think it's become a divisive symbol, which is a fundamental misinterpretation of the character. He's a bad guy. He knows he's a bad guy. He justifies his bad guy stuff. He thinks he's doing right, but we know he's doing wrong. The readership of the Punisher, I think, understands that they may admire his motivation, and certainly his skill at what he does. He is a kick-ass. These people who've taken him on as who have appropriated him, they don't get that anti-hero side of him. They just see him as just pure vengeance and evil, or not evil. He's a hero. He's taking down the bad guys. You know, it's like, yeah, but you're a cop. you're not supposed. He's somebody you're supposed to arrest. You know, you're not supposed to be celebrating him. You're, you know, if you want to celebrate him in the privacy of your home, okay. But putting him as a symbol of your respect and admiration for an outlaw is disrespectful, at the very least, and a little nerve-wracking. So yeah, that's my take.
6 legs.